Hey, this is Jeanette with QB Winery Solutions, and I've got a quickie for you today. This is specifically for those folks who had a wacky Wednesday and then woke up Thursday and found out they completely forgot to send payroll. So I'm going to show you the payroll flip-flop, which will help you avoid paying those late fees. So let's head on over to QuickBooks. So the important thing with this procedure is you have to follow the steps in order. I've created a checklist here for you for all the steps that you need to order. So the first step is to create the checks as usual. So I've got those ready to roll here. Okay, so we've got the checks created. Here's my regular pay date, but I'm a day late sending it. So I'm going to open the paychecks and I'm going to uncheck use the direct deposit. Save and next, and uncheck that for the next guy, and save and close. Now from this window, I'm going to hit continue. This is step 3. And from this window, this is where we will get the scary message. Your payroll is late. From this window, you're going to go ahead and say ignore and charge me, but don't worry, there's still one more window you need to pass. Next, you're going to create the paychecks. This is step 5. Now in this window, this is the window where you have to be very careful. Do not send to Intuit. We're going to go and print the paychecks. This is step 7. And I am going to go OK. And I'm going to go ahead and print those checks. And you're going to wait until they actually come out of your printer and you have them in your hot hands. And there they go. So I'm going to say OK. Now we're back in this window. There they are. Okay, so we're back in this window. From this window, we are now going to say close. Okay, again, do not send to Intuit in this window. This is probably the most important step. And then from this window, we'll just go ahead and hit cancel because we're not going to send them yet. Now the important thing is to go back to the Employee Center. We're on step 10 here. Back to the Employee Center and locate the checks. To do that, we'll go Employees, Employee Center, and open up your first employee. And there's her check sitting right there. Go ahead and double check, click on that. And now we're going to flip the date to 2 business days from today. And then we're going to put a memo here. And we'll copy this. And then hit the next button up here. This just saves a step. Go ahead and say yes. This will bring you to the next employee. Change the date. Paste in your message. Hit next again. Say yes. And that we're back to the beginning. So those were our 2 employees that we needed to pay. We've done step 11. Now we're on step 12. Go to the employee pull-down menu and send paychecks. Send payroll data. And when this window pops up, there is no longer an error message that you're late. So go ahead and enter your PIN just like usual, and you're good to go. So this procedure works totally fine because you're only off by a couple days. It's no big deal. However, if you manage to crisscross a quarter, you cannot use this procedure. So for example, if your payday was March 30th, which is a Friday, and your date that you're going to flip the check to is then going to be April 4th or 5th, that's going to cross into a new quarter that you can't do. You've got to keep the payroll in the same quarter. In that case, you've got to bite the bullet and just pay the late fee. So just to recap, the most important steps here are when you see the confirmation window that there's a warning that there is a late pay. You can print the checks from that window. And then after you've printed the checks, you need to hit close. So these are the most important steps. After you've printed the checks and hit close, then you're going to go back to the Employee Center and locate the paychecks. So there we have it. That is the payroll flip-flop when you have missed the deadline and you're paying payroll late. If you have any other questions about other topics, just head on over to the forum at www.qbwinerysolutions.com and pop a question in the forum. Happy to answer them for you. Cheers.